So this time it's already a summary because we finished chapter 6 to 9 of our lore explanation series regarding on Shiloh and Bros. So for the chapter 6, it's already quite obvious. It's about Elijah's discovery, wherein he discovered about the hooded figure that was lurking in the south wing of the agency, which is obviously Shiloh, but he never knew who it was. And that was the time that Micah also figured out that someone changed the passcode to the artifact room, which is where Shiloh is commonly keeping most of the artifacts she got from all of the different Raylos. So the chapter 7, it's about the brief explanation of terms. So we have 5 terms: the Raylos, the Arxis, beacon, the artifacts, and the artifact room itself. From the Raylos being the worlds or portals or worlds that they travel to. Then the Arxis, which is called as the ancient pathway to connect to many different Raylos. And then the beacons that they use to make caller connection to return us back to the headquarters, which is at Antarian. The Raylos is called as Antarian, so that's where Shiloh and the others are typically. That's where their headquarters was built. So like that's where they start their missions. They find out what's happening to other different Raylos and stuff. And that's why much more specifically, they don't want to talk about it that much. The chapter 8, it's actually consisting of Shiloh and Elijah's plan, wherein they betrayed each other really quickly because like Elijah found out what Shiloh was doing, and he was and then he was like, he's gonna lock the artifact room just so Shiloh couldn't actually put artifacts in there, because if you guys remember, the artifacts are really explosive whenever they are out of their Raylos, because their powers aren't stabilized enough, just like how it's stabilized in in the actual Raylo it's supposed to be in. By that definition, Shiloh was not able to do that for like 4 to 5 videos until the newest video came out, wherein they decided to help her and Daniel already, because the new video, they don't have that much lore already on them, but much more specifically, there's a whole lot more different things that is going on, especially when Elijah was telling about the past experiences they had with their mom and about the headquarters. So that is basically the end of it. But here's my theory. What if Shiloh wasn't actually not collecting artifacts, and she was just collecting them in secret so she wouldn't concern Elijah and the others? Now I know, don't get me wrong, how would Shiloh do that? So she could be possibly doing it in another room or such, but as far as I'm concerned, I think the stabilizer is actually only inside of the artifact room, wherein Shiloh is commonly doing all of those experiments under artifacts and such. That's why I just think she's working on a different room, wherein she can actually use the artifact's power to actually locate their mom. So that's basically the end of it. But that's just a theory. That means it could be wrong and it could be right. So but what are the chances? What if Shiloh was just there coincidentally, running inside the artifact room without anyone knowing, just because she secretly knew about the passcode Elijah put in? I mean, don't get me wrong, Elijah is smart, but what if Shiloh actually found out the passcode to the artifact room, and then she just kept collecting all of that? So that's just my theory. So that's all of it. The chapter 8, it's also wherein Elijah found out what Shiloh was doing. He said the runaway energy could be explosive and such. That's why he locked the artifact room. But Shiloh was not gonna stop looking for their mom, because even though she doesn't actually have the help of the artifacts, she has someone else's help, and that's Daniel. If you guys remember from chapter 9, which is called as the Lost Shiloh, we were talking about how Shiloh and Daniel were talking through each other through the actual device that they used in Lego Fortnite video. So like that was the second to the last video before Daniel completely vanished from the channel, and like he was Raylo hopping here to there, trying to find more evidences of their mom and like trying to track down everything that could possibly find their mom even faster. Like, I know Daniel is completely wanting to like get their mother back and such of that, but Shiloh was the one who knew about the contacts of their mom before he vanished. So like he kept going and going until he was keep going and going, and then like he keeps reporting to Shiloh through that device just so they could contact each other, even though Shiloh is in a separated Raylo from him. So for that one, we are also going to be talking about that in the next few chapters after this summary, which is going to be like really interesting because like we're going even deeper and sometimes a bit more of a different concept than the actual Shiloh and Bros lore videos that they got right now. So like much more specifically, don't even bother trying to come to me to ask like if this is actually accurate or not, because these are just theories. It means it could be wrong or right, so it's basically like 50-50 chance of it being correct and incorrect, especially that thing I said before with the custodians from chapter 9, which was the Lost Raylo, wherein I said like they could be the ones who was destroying it, but turns out I was wrong. So it's not right, but I think we got some of them right. So like that's basically the end of it. But like let's celebrate already because we already finished chapter 6 to 10. But that means the part 3, chapters 11 to 15 is also coming up. That's why we'll be releasing 6 videos in one time. So like you guys can also stop complaining and actually ask me why I haven't released for a long time. So like I know I'm not releasing for a long time, but it's a good reason, okay? You can just read the description to know why, but for now, let's celebrate that we actually finished chapter 6 to 10.